I have one of these on-off magnetic bases, but it's frozen. I can't turn it. It was given to me along with a nice arm and actually a starrett back plunger gauge. So I ordered 3 new ones. Again, alcohol must have been involved. I only need one. I ordered 3. It cost me $40. So it's 3 bases. There's the seller price. Here's how they're described. And they are heavy. I mean, they're steel. They have to be. They're magnets. The back is ground. You see it ground. But it's flat. It's got between the ground surfaces is a recess. See that recess there? And then the bottom is ground. And there's a divot here. It might set on a very large circle, a piece of 6-inch pipe maybe. But it certainly is not a V-block. Although it's not electronic, does not require batteries, it has a switch on it. On, off. This has an M8 threaded hole. But it's not M8 by 1. It's M8 by 1.25. Get my thing out here. This is 8 by 1.25. And sure enough, that screws in nicely. Needless to say, my arm does not fit this thread. They are heavy. They are very nicely made. The on-off switch is easy to turn off. It's harder to turn on. This is the failed magnet. It's an Enco. Enco's out of business. I finally, after trying a lot of things, put a wrench on this plastic handle. And it came, with a lot of forcing, it came out. There's a screw, a dog screw that goes in here, engages this groove. Well, maybe, huh? It's just full of gunk. Really full of this. Grease must have hardened over the years. I'll attack this with some alcohol or gasoline, or look at this. Sticky, gummy. I've cleaned all the parts, the magnet, the bore, plastic handle, with carburetor cleaner. And while we have it apart, we'll take a little look at it here. This is 2 pieces of metal, 2 pieces of steel, separated by what I believe is probably aluminum. So if the magnet's sitting this way, and my fingernail is north and my knuckle here is south, the lines of force are probably traveling down and attracting whatever it's sitting on. If the magnet is vertical, then the lines will split evenly. Some will take this path, some will take this path, but none of the lines will escape. They'll all be contained in the steel. Where if it's this way, the lines are going to escape down here because they can't go through the aluminum very well, down here and back up here. Now this may be stainless steel, and I don't know how this thing's held together. And I'm not sure whether this piece goes the whole way. Didn't scrape it off that far. The magnet is very nicely ground on both sides. The ends are left rough. I'm going to put this together dry and see how it fits. The magnet is this way, and this is not magnetic. And you can see the magnet is now facing this way. And so we have some magnetic field there. I can't put this label on over the handle without bending it. I'm going to mix up some JB Weld and see if the JB Weld will glue this to this. Now this is 6-hour weld, so I'll wait until tomorrow and see what this looks like. Now I put it together without lubricant at all. If I decide I need some lubricant, I have 2 access holes that I can put some grease in, or maybe some really heavy oil. There is no gasket on here, so I mean, if it would just leak out the front down here. And I think this cutout on the label only serves to provide clearance for the V. It's been about 24 hours, a little less. I put the dog-ended grub screw back in. The hole filler in this hole and the connection to the indicator holder is screwed in here and tightened. See, it's turned off. It seems to work perfectly normal. The thing I like about this indicator is it has well, this arm is broken here, and I can bend it. Better off seeing it this way. You can see it's bent now, and I can straighten it back out and probably go the other way a little bit, bent. See, I'm bent. I have a 1/2-inch thick piece of steel plate here. I have a hunch that this is the way it was originally intended to be configured. Suppose I wanted to zero here. See, I can adjust this little adjusting screw. I can move it to 0.